As I, grew up, through my childhood, I had, of course, loads and loads of Matchbox cars, which I still have today. At a younger age, being able to see those smaller cars, knowing that one day you might have the real thing, that was something that kind of gave you a drive, especially at a younger age. The difference of having a Matchbox Porsche compared to a real Porsche 911 Turbo, it's like night and day. Overall, after everything, it's a lot cheaper to buy the Matchbox car. My father, he was interested in cars. One of the ways that I actually learned how to read when I was 3 years old was reading the classifieds in the Capitol for cars. He also worked on older cars over the years. That's what kind of turned that spark into a fire. And now it's a wildfire and it's just going to keep on burning. My purpose at the shop is basically to keep everything going. I went from, washing cars to now I'm writing service, working on cars, doing house calls, you name it, I do it. I have to stay on my feet all day long. Usually I have two phones, one in each ear, and usually I'm writing something down while I'm writing a check, paying for parts and stuff.
Customers love him. He's very good to them. He tries to be as on target as he can be and still be a pleasant person, and that's important.
The favorite part of my job is being able to know at the end of the day that I was able to put a smile on a customer's face. You never work a day if you love what you do. So, Cats Out, that's one of the highlights of high school, being able to get your hands dirty and being able to do something productive in a trade field was something that fit me more in my life. It gave me the building blocks to be able to go out and be ready to go into a career field, especially being a teenager, still in high school. They were able to make it so, they gave us the training, we were able to make the resume, we were able to have basically the building blocks to be able to go out and get a job and be able to work at that job and get the certification. It almost was like a jump start to the real world. We had to go out and get a part-time position to be able to do the next level of the automotive program. I went to 15 different places with my resume and they all turned me down and I only had one more resume left.
Jordan came to me and said, I have the perfect opportunity and I really would love to go to work at this shop in Annapolis. As soon as I walked in, I knew this was a perfect place for Jordan.
I kept on bugging Tif for weeks and weeks on end to be able to, give me a shot. And Tammy was able to oversee the benefits of my career building.
I just knew that Jordan was going to get to learn a lot in this business, and especially after I talked to Tif and saw all that he had to offer Jordan in an internship. Of course, all the cool cars helped too, but more importantly, he was always happy. He always wanted to come to work. He was always very thankful for everything that Tif was offering him and all that he was learning. And he had great aspirations.
I was really, really willing to learn anything. Starting off in a trade, getting out of school, putting your head first into this career that you've been studying for years and years and years. Basically, I tried to pick up as much information as possible.
I was a little skeptical at first, but Jordan was so driven. Tammy bringing him here was a great thing.
I'm actually very, very happy with where I ended up. Without Cats Out, again, I'd probably be in a way different position. I guess it worked out because I've been here ever since.
Sometimes we see this great chemistry between a mentor, the place of employment, and a student. And that's a wonderful mix when the student gets to stay and they get to move forward in the business and just continue to love it. 5 years later, here's Jordan and Tif still loving what they're doing and still working really great together. And so that's a wonderful success story.
He would teach me things that really stuck to me over the years, like, different specifications, different things to do, what not to do. Basically things that were very, very beneficial in me growing to where I am today. Tif is a mentor of mine, he is. And even though, I've been working with him for years and he does write my paycheck, I see him as a father as well.
I gotta keep this kid. He's a good one. Good people are hard to find.
Jordan Potter, Annapolis High School class of 2011.